Have you ever wondered why some people's cars last well over 300,000 miles while others are breaking down before 100,000? Most of the time, it's not about the brand, the model, or even pure luck. It's about what the driver does every single day behind the wheel. And here's the shocking part. Most automatic car owners are slowly destroying their vehicles without even realizing it. These aren't dramatic one-time accidents. They're small, everyday mistakes that chip away at your transmission, engine, and suspension until one day, bam, a massive repair bill lands in your lap. Today, we're breaking down the 10 deadliest mistakes automatic drivers make, why they're so damaging, and what you can do right now to avoid them. Stick around until the end, because number 10 is the one nearly everyone is guilty of, and it's a silent killer that ruins transmissions faster than anything else. 1. Shifting without stopping. Let's start with a mistake that happens almost daily in parking lots. You're backing out of a spot, the car is still rolling backward, and instead of stopping fully, you slam it into drive. Seems harmless, right? Just a quick way to save a second. Wrong. Automatic transmissions rely on hydraulic pressure and clutch packs to shift smoothly. Forcing them to change direction while the car is moving sends a violent shockwave through the system. Think of it like sprinting at full speed and suddenly trying to run backwards. You're going to tear something. The cost? A transmission rebuild or replacement that can run between $3,000 and $6,000. The fix is laughably simple. Always bring your car to a complete stop before shifting from reverse to drive or vice versa. That extra second could save you thousands of dollars and years of headaches. 2. Ignoring transmission fluid. Here's the thing most drivers don't realize. Transmission fluid is the lifeblood of your automatic gearbox. It lubricates, cools, and allows those gears to shift like butter. But over time, heat and friction break it down. Fresh transmission fluid is usually a bright pink or red, but neglected and it turns into a dark, burnt-smelling sludge. Dirty or low fluid can't protect your transmission, and soon you'll start noticing symptoms: slipping gears, overheating, even total failure. And unlike engine oil, transmission fluid doesn't burn off naturally. If it's low, it means you've got a leak. Ignore it, and you're practically begging for disaster. The solution: check your fluid regularly, look for leaks, and change it every 40,000 to 60,000 miles, depending on your car. Spending a couple hundred on fluid changes is nothing compared to the thousands you'll pay for a dead transmission. 3. Overheating the transmission. Now, here's the number one killer of automatic transmissions: heat. Every time your transmission overheats, the fluid inside breaks down faster, losing its ability to lubricate and protect. Drive too long in heavy traffic, tow without the right equipment, or push hard on steep hills, and your transmission starts cooking from the inside out. Overheated fluid means hardened seals, worn-out clutches, and slipping gears. Do this often enough, and you'll shorten the lifespan of your car by years. What can you do? If you regularly tow or drive in extreme conditions, consider installing a transmission cooler. Even if you don't, watch your warning lights, avoid aggressive driving in high heat, and remember, transmissions like to stay cool. Treat it like your body on a hot day. Don't ignore the warning signs, or you'll collapse. 4. Driving hard on a cold engine. Here's a mistake that happens before you even leave your driveway. Many drivers start their car, throw it into drive, and stomp on the gas. But when your engine and transmission are cold, the fluids inside are still thick and haven't circulated fully. Accelerating hard at this point means pistons, bearings, and gears are grinding at high speeds without proper lubrication. This creates microscopic wear that doesn't seem like much at first, but adds up massively over time. Imagine rubbing sandpaper gently across a surface every single day. Eventually, you'll see the damage. Instead, let your car idle for 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently until the temperature gauge rises. This simple act adds years to your engine and transmission's life. Remember, patience in the first few minutes saves thousands later. 5. Riding the brakes, we've all seen that driver creeping down a hill with their brake lights constantly glowing. Maybe you've even done it yourself. But here's why it's a big problem. Keeping your foot lightly on the brake pedal overheats the pads and rotors, causing them to glaze over and lose stopping power. In automatics, this habit also confuses the transmission and torque converter, making them work harder than necessary. It's like making someone sprint while carrying extra weight for no reason. The right approach? Use firm, controlled braking and release completely. On steep hills, shift into a lower gear and let engine braking do the work. Not only will this save your brakes and transmission, but it'll also keep your wallet safe from expensive repairs. 6. Hard acceleration and sudden stops. Now, let's talk about aggressive driving. Flooring the gas, then slamming on the brakes might feel powerful, but it's like sending your car through boot camp every single day. Hard acceleration puts your engine and transmission under max stress, while sudden stops overheat your brakes and hammer your suspension. Studies show that aggressive driving can increase fuel consumption by up to 40% and cause components to wear out twice as fast. Think of it like your own body. Sprinting non-stop is exhausting. But pacing yourself makes you last longer. Smooth, gradual inputs extend the life of everything, from tires to transmissions, while also saving you money at the pump. 7. Resting your hand on the gear shifter. This one might surprise you. Lots of people casually rest their hand on the gear selector while cruising. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. That slight pressure actually transfers down into the transmission shift forks and synchronizers, creating unnecessary wear. Over time, this habit causes sloppy gear engagement and premature damage. And the worst part? You won't notice the damage until years later when your transmission starts slipping out of nowhere. The fix couldn't be easier. Keep both hands on the wheel. Not only is it safer, but it prevents years of invisible wear inside your gearbox. 8. Running on low fuel. This one's a silent killer. Many drivers wait until the low fuel light is blinking before filling up. But here's the truth. Your fuel pump sits inside the tank, and it relies on gasoline for both cooling and lubrication. Run the tank low, and the pump overheats, wears out, and eventually fails. Replacing it can cost anywhere from $500 to $1,000. That's not all. The bottom of your fuel tank is where dirt and debris settle. When you run low, you risk sucking that gunk into your fuel lines, clogging injectors, and damaging your engine. The golden rule? Never let your tank drop below 1/4 full. It keeps your pump cool, your system clean, and your engine running happy. 9. Constant stop and go abuse. If you live in the city, listen up. Constant stop and go traffic is brutal on automatic transmissions. Every time you accelerate, stop, and accelerate again, your transmission shifts over and over, overheating fluid and wearing out clutch packs. Add in sudden throttle and brake inputs, and you've got a recipe for premature failure. The fix is about driving smart. Leave space between you and the car ahead. Drive smoothly instead of constantly jumping between gas and brake. And if your daily commute is mostly stop and go, change your transmission fluid more often. It's the cheapest way to keep your transmission alive in tough urban conditions. 10. Not using the parking brake. Finally, the mistake almost every driver is guilty of: parking without using the handbrake. Most people think that shifting into P is all they need. But here's the hidden danger. When you park on an incline without the parking brake, all of the car's weight rests on a small metal pin inside the transmission called the parking pawl. Over time, this tiny part takes on more stress than it was ever designed for, and if it fails, your car can roll away. The fix? Always engage the parking brake before shifting into park. This simple habit removes the strain from the transmission and keeps your car secure. It takes 1 second and prevents years of damage. Conclusion: so, there you have it. The 10 daily habits that are silently killing your automatic car. From shifting without stopping, to skipping the parking brake, these little mistakes add up to thousands of dollars in repairs and years shaved off your car's lifespan. The good news? You can fix all of them starting today. Driving gently when your engine is cold, keeping your fuel tank above a quarter, watching your transmission fluid, using your parking brake. All these simple changes can make the difference between a car that barely lasts 80,000 miles and one that pushes past 300,000 miles. So, which of these mistakes are you guilty of? Drop your answer in the comments, I'll be checking them out. And if this video helped you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more car-saving tips, and share this with someone you know who drives an automatic. Chances are, they're making at least a few of these mistakes, too. Drive smart, take care of your ride, and it'll take care of you. See you in the next one.